Hi, this is Pastor Dan. We're doing Spotlight, and let's do another one of the great parables. This is the one in Matthew 20 about the owner who had a vineyard. And you know the story. People come to work at 8 in the morning, whatever, and they sunrise, and they work through the hard hours of the day. And then a few more people come about middle of the day, and, well, yeah, I got enough work, go ahead. And then some people somehow don't hear about it, don't get there in time. Like 4 o'clock, they come an hour before closing time. And when he starts passing out the money, he doesn't prorate it. He doesn't do the fair thing. He gives the same to everybody. And people get mad. And they said, that's not right. If you're going to give them the same thing that we got for 1 hour, then you should give us 8 times as much because we worked 8 times as much. That's fair, God. That's fair. And that's how most of us live. We live by fairness, and we want you to hold up your end. And if you get equal pay, equal work, then you get equal pay. But if you don't, we're not going to do that. And we all have a great sense of justice when you feel like you have been cheated and you have not, people are not earning their share. And nobody wants homeless people to get the same thing. Why should they? Why should they? I'm the one working. Why should I give all the things that I have made to give it to other people? Take from me and give to others. Robin Hood, take from the rich and give to the poor. Tax them so we can give to the poor. It doesn't feel fair. I worked hard for this money. I set up a store and I got up a business and I did this. What is Jesus trying to say? Is God not fair? Is God whimsical and let him do whatever he wants? No, Jesus is trying to tell a story, is to cut a huge axe right to that whole concept of earning. That somehow there is a connection between what you and I do and what we get. And he says, there's no connection at all. That's the lesson. It is not that God is unfair or that people have a right to pay all kinds of crazy wages now, but that it is all by grace. Jesus dies for everybody. There's no earning at all. People who work all day, people who work a little bit, there's no earning. You just receive with empty hands. That's the gospel. And you gotta let that axe cut the rope to every form of legalism, every form of earning, every form of deserving, every form of, I think I'm in the higher percentile. I am better than the homeless. I'm better than the drug addicts. I'm better than the people who got divorced or who cheated on their wives or who eat this or drink that or wear that or listen to that music or go to those movies or whatever else you can come up with. There is no hierarchy. There's no earning of any kind. And the people at the highest levels of our church aren't any closer to God and more deserving than the people at the bottom. We just come empty-handed to Jesus. No earning. That's the way it is. What's the benefit? Then just come an hour late, beat the thief on the cross, come in at the last minute, and just say, remember me when you come into the kingdom. And Jesus will say, come on in. The invitation went to everybody, both good and bad. The man who came without the wedding garment, Jesus called him friend. God is the same to everybody. The sun and the rain go to everybody. God is a constant. Then why go work at 8 o'clock in the morning? Why go be a missionary? Why get on a plane, fly around the world, I'm going to do in a few days, and go preach somewhere, stay in a little guest room, do the best we can? We were discussing today, we can't even afford a hotel in one town. We'll have to stay in some really cheap guest rooms. And what's the answer for that? And my uncles who used to talk about this, I can remember being at a student week of prayer here, and I happened to just drop by, and my uncles were doing it together, Lou and Maury Venden. And the difference is the people who were there all day got to be with the owner. They were out there working with the owner and making a difference, and in the vineyard and making a difference with the owner. How good is that? I get to go around the world. I get to be with the owner of the vineyard. I get to be with God. I get to go out into the ocean and baptize people with Jesus. And so the perks are easily worth it over the thief on the cross who doesn't get to work with the owner all his life and just has 5 minutes where he gives his life to Jesus. So there's all good reasons to have your whole life with Jesus. So my friend here working with me on this said that there was a parable that Maury told, that someday we'll go to heaven. And there may be a day when the angel will come and say, hey, I'm going to take you on a journey to the far ends of the universe. Okay, let me say goodbye to my family. He said, there's no problem. You have forever. It'll be like an instant, and you get back and you pick it up again. There's no problem with goodbyes in heaven. Well, let me pack up some stuff. No, you don't need to pack up anything. Everything is provided. You are in perfect comfort all the time. Oh, okay. And maybe they fly off to some far-off place, and you give your testimony of what it was like to be with the owner. What a great person it was to be with the owner and to work side by side with the owner and listen to the wisdom of the owner and to be with Jesus. And it was worth it to work all day with the owner as compared to someone who worked 1 hour. We don't know how it's all going to be, but we know it is all by grace. We earn nothing. See you next time. God bless. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.